Hi everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a blessed day today because I know I am. Thank you, Jesus. Always on my side, always provides. So today you see this pot of oil that I have there ready to fry some chicken. I didn't season it yet. I'm really upset because the other day I had a whole garlic like this. A whole garlic, a whole bunch of them. And someone peeled them, and someone else took it and put it in the blender for me, and they put it in my cute little container. I used it the night that I made the steak, and now it's gone. The bowl disappeared, the garlic disappeared, everything. I had to go to the store and buy new garlic. I don't understand how things like that happen. But anyway, life goes on. I brought more garlic and we can do it all again. So excuse me. So I have my oil already getting hot. It's all here. And I heard this hack that if you take some flour and you put it into the oil, that it makes crispier chicken. So I'm gonna try that. I have some white rice here. I know I started my video, right? I'm not talking to myself. Okay, I'm not talking to myself. So I have some rice that I made previously here. I made it about half hour ago. And I haven't even mixed it up yet. I'll mix that up later when I'm ready to serve. But I have some white rice, and I'm gonna make some black beans. I'm gonna have some green beans on the side, and I just need to cut up this onion so that I could for my beans later. But for now, I need to season the steak. I mean, the steak. Listen to me. Okay, the chicken. I'm gonna give it a little slice. This is already cleaned. So I'm just gonna give it a little slice so it can cook better, and all the seasonings would probably go into that little hole, hoping, make it taste nicer. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna just give them all just a little cut. And the chicken that I'm using today are just chicken thighs. I leave the skin on because I love the crispy skin. You could take it off if you like it, but if you don't like it, but I love it. I love the crispy skin, so that stays. I'm almost done. It was a nice big pack of thighs, and I'm in the mood for fried chicken. I haven't had fried chicken in a while. I haven't had a recipe with fried chicken or any kind of chicken in a while. So this is going to be a yummy treat. All right, now that I have them all seasoned, I have some sazon here. And I'm just going to put some sazon first. I don't know if I should put the flour in now, but let's just get some seasonings on this. Make sure it goes in the little pockets that I made specially for the seasonings. And I'm just going to use a whole one. Just like that. And I'm also going to use some parsley. I don't know why I just don't flour the whole darn thing. Because, like, really, they say if you put it in the pan, you get a better fry. But this is pepper that I'm putting in, guys. So I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna do it random. I got some salt, and I got some garlic and herb seasonings. I'm trying to season up this really good. And we have some garlic powder. I love putting fresh garlic powder, but since we don't have any, I'm just gonna have to make do. Now this looks really, really dry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray a little oil on it. Okay, I'm gonna spray a little oil. I'm just gonna give them a quick little massage. Make sure all of it gets really nice and mixed up. Okay, this one hardly anything. This one was hiding. Share with your friends. Okay, so this just gives us a mix, and then I can flip them to the other side, and we could get to frying because I'm hungry. It's about maybe 3 o'clock, probably at 2:30, something like that. So yes, it's time. So okay, so now that I have them all this way, let's add. I'm gonna use half of this. Oh no, I got an itch. Isn't that always happen when your hands are full of something? You always get an itch. Okay, so a little bit of the sazon, just like that, and we're gonna add some pepper on this side. Okay. Okay, this is looking really good. So I'm gonna add some salt. And the last thing that I'm gonna add is some parsley. Now I gotta wipe all those jars that I use. I'm gonna have to wipe them all. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on this side because like I said, let it blend a little bit. Okay, that's good. Now I can mix it. All right, so the flour trick. I could either put it on here or I can, what the heck is that little white thing? I could put it on there or I could put it in here. Let's just do it this way. Let's just see what happens, okay? All right, so my flame is nice and high. It's at its highest. So now what I'm gonna do, let's just take my chicken and put it in there. I'm using the big pan so I could get it done all in one shot, guys, because I don't want to be here frying two cans of chicken. I'm so happy. I love this. This is like the best gift. My daughter gave this to me, and if I could use it every day, I'd use it every day, but sometimes I don't need to use something so big, but this is awesome. I just love it. I haven't made pancakes and eggs and bacon on it yet, but I've made other things on it. Looking very nice. Let's just put this one over here on the side. And this big one should go right there in the middle. Because it's huge. And this little piece of meat would be there. And it's the first one that's done, so that's the first thing I taste. So I'm going to fry this chicken up. And when it's almost ready, I'll be back. I'm just going to chop up my onion while I wait. And I wanted to tell you that I did something. I feel so bad about it. I love my beautiful plants and my beautiful tree. But guys, it was just so big and awkward and touching the ceiling that, as you can see now, I trimmed it. Now I only have these two little sticks there. So it's trimmed. The other one's over here. I'm going to show you. It feels so bad. Oh, I can't show you. Hold on. I'll show you later. But it was this branch right here. And it was real big and it was hitting the ceiling. I felt so bad because the tip of it was turning like this and all of them were going to grow down. So I Googled it and they said to take it and put a rag on it. Because you see like white sap coming out of it. So I had to put a white tissue, which is dry. I'm going to wet it again. And they say I have to put alcohol in the tool. They're going to cut it. And yeah, it was a lot. I feel so bad, guys. My beautiful plants. I've had it for like 15 years. 15 years. Almost. Almost 15 years. I went to the doctor's one day and they had a beautiful tree and one of the leaves were like on the bottom of the plant. You know when they fall and they just sit there. I took it and I brought it home and I put it in some water. She got some roots and it grew. It grew so big, guys. And people have been coming over here plucking leaves out of it. Trying to get it, trying to make a rubber tree. This is a rubber tree plant. You see the leaves, how big they are? That's a rubber tree plant. And I have another plant over here. That one's almost reaching the ceiling also. And that's supposed to be some type of bonsai plant. But I love my plants. Alright guys, so I have an onion here. This onion is going to go so I can make the black beans. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm just making little random slices this way. And then I'm going to do them across like that. And then I'm going to make little chops. Little pieces. Not that little, but you know what I mean. I'm going to chop this up. Just like that. Oops. Not like that. But you know what I mean. You chop them up like this into little chunks. And I'm not going to use that much. I really don't need that much. Like I said, it's only for a can of onions. So I don't think I should use a whole onion. I'm only going to use half and then that's it. Alright, so that's all the onions that I'm going to put into my can of beans when I make it. And you can see the chicken is looking really nice. I haven't turned it yet, but I'm just gonna leave it here for a little longer, and I'll be back because it's not time to make the beans. It's way too early. I'll be back. Hey everybody. So this chicken has been there like 10 minutes. I have not touched it for 10 minutes, so I think I'm gonna turn it now. So look how nice it looks, so golden. Very nice. So like I said, this is the first turn, and even that little chunky piece that I put on the side, not ready yet. But this is all ready to turn. They have such a nice golden color. Yes, yes, delicious. Okay, got that. And the last one. Perfect. Alright guys, so I'm going to let this cook for 10 minutes. And then when I come back, I'll do the beans. And that only takes like 5 minutes to make. So this needs another 10 minutes on this side, definitely. I'll be back. Hi everybody. It's been about 10 minutes more on that side. But I noticed that it's still a little red, if you could see it there. So even though it's been 10 minutes on one side and 10 minutes on the other side, I'm going to give them a quick flip. And I'm going to leave them for another 5 minutes to make sure that all that juices and the blood, everything that's in there gets already cooked. So 5 minutes, I think that should definitely do it. And it crisped up pretty good, guys. I'm happy with the results. Like, everything looks nice and crispy. Delicious. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on the other pan in the back. I'm going to leave it on high heat just like that. And I'm going to move this pan over because, like I said, it's almost done. Let me take this wire out. Okay, that's almost done. I'm just going to leave it there. And I'm just going to put this pan here. Got a mess under there, I don't know how. But okay, so I have my pot there. And what I want to do is really quick. Just going to add the green beans to it. And I'm going to add some butter to them also. This is about a tablespoon of butter. That's fine. Add some butter, and I'm going to add a little bit of, where's my salt? Where's my salt? Alright, a little salt. Not too much because the butter has salt. So I'm going to add some peppers. Some pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit of this garlic and herb. And just like that, I'm going to leave that like that. Let me borrow this pan. Now this right here, guys, is a done deal. You don't have to add anything to it. All you want to do is just wait for it to melt. Once the butter melts, you mix it all up with the green beans, and that's it. That's how simple this is. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn on the stove over here on the corner. I'm going to put that real low, and I'm going to let that continue to melt over there. And I'm going to start with this pan now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my onions and I'm going to throw them right in. So I'll put my onions in there, and I got to add a little bit of oil. So I'm going to add a little oil to that. Okay, that's about it. So we're going to want to wait for that to come to a simmer. And this is doing good there, guys. Like I said, 5 more minutes, I think I should do it. Because really, this chicken has been cooking there for like 25 minutes. It took a long time. Okay, so now my onions are already cooking. And what do I want to add? I'm going to add some sazon, just a little bit, whatever was left. See, it's basically not even that much, just a little bit. Has a little bit of flavor. And I'm going to add a little salt. And I'm going to add a little pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. And a little bit of this garlic and herb, even though you don't have to add it because you added everything else, but I'll just do a little. Okay, so those beans could taste really good. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley, just like that. And I'm going to add a spoon of olives. Let me get my spoon. Okay, so get some olives. Not too much, just about 2 little small spoons. This is really small, these spoons. And I'm going to add 1 spoon of the brine, and I'm going to take 1 for 1 now. Alright, I'm going to add a little capful of vinegar. Where's my spoon? Now what I'm going to do is let this cook up a little. Doesn't have to cook up that much. And then we're going to just throw our beans in. That's how simple that was. And the other pan, let's get a handle on this. You can see they're already sizzling up. My butter already melted, so these are basically done. This is just a heat and eat type of thing right here. So this is what we're waiting on. And it looks like that. See? Just trying to get this sauteed a little bit. You don't want to add any tomato sauce to that, okay? Because it doesn't need it. And I think my chicken is telling me that it wants out. But first, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to shut off my green beans because they're ready over there. So now what I want to do is just going to add everything. This is the only beans. These are the only beans that I would add all the liquid to. Any other beans, I would take them and I would rinse them out, except for this. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of water in here. I'm going to add it about that much, just so I can rinse the can, like that. You don't need to add that much water in, guys, because you saw I added all the broth from the beans. Alright? So that just has to simmer there for a few minutes. I have my plate here with a tissue. And I think I'm about to take these out in another minute. I just want to make sure that they're really cooked, because I don't think it's been 5 minutes. It didn't even take me 5 minutes to do that, to do my beans. But I still see a little bit of like juices coming out. So I'm just going to leave them in there a few more minutes. By the time this is done, which this only takes about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, 5 minutes at the most. You already cooked your onion and everything is all incorporated really nicely in there, and you just want to go to a full boil and warm up those beans. That's all you're doing, is just warming up those beans at this point. And I just want to look real quick. Just want to hear if it makes a lot of noise. If it makes a lot of noise, then it's definitely not ready. If it doesn't make that noise, then most likely all the broth has come out and all the red juices have come out. You hear that one made noise? Like I said, this one's making noise also. Noise makers go in the middle. Maybe that has to cook a little longer. Okay, but these two right here, they make kind of little sounds. Alright, so you see my beans are boiling, guys. This is all ready. Look at those delicious beans. So yummy. And my green beans, I shut it off because it's all nice and melty already. So that's perfect. Perfecto mundo. So now let's just give this a minute. About a minute. I could see it. You know what? I'm going to leave it 3 minutes. 3 minutes on that side and 3 minutes on the other. And then I'll be back. I'm going to shut my beans off because they're ready. Hi everybody. I'm back. And this chicken is so quiet. Meaning that it's already cooked. It has a nice brown little coating on it. It looks really good. So I'm just going to take them out now. You can see. They look really nice, brown on both sides. Hopefully they're cooked because they've been there 25 minutes. And like I said, they quieted down if I flip them. they're not really making any noise. So that's my cue that they're ready. So let's take these babies out. Because I'm so hungry, guys. Okay, put that there. This nice crispy little crunchy piece. I'm leaving the two in the middle because they are taking the longest. But this is fine. These pieces are perfect. And you don't want to cook them too much, you know. I remember when I was younger and I didn't know how to cook and I made a meal for the kids and my brother came and he's like, "You cooked?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "My brother Eddie, I'll take some." So I gave him some fried chicken and I gave him some white rice. And he asked me, what kind of meat is this? And I said, "It's chicken." He's like, "Why is it so crunchy? I can't tell what's the meat and what's the bone." Yeah, I overdid it in those days. I didn't know. This was too safe. I had 3 children and I wanted them to be safe. I didn't want to cook anything raw, so I overcooked it. But this time, I'm much better at it. And all this is cooked to perfection. See that? That looks awesome. So I'm going to take this. Wait, I'm not going to put it in the oven. I'm just going to let it cool over here on the side. Oh my goodness, what a mess I got. Alright, so I have my onions, I have my green beans, and my rice. You know what that means, right? It's time to serve a plate. So let me get my plate. So yummy. And we're going to start with 2 pieces of chicken. So I'm going to take that one. And this one looks really nice and crispy, so I'll take that one. And I got to put some rice on this plate. I think 2 spoons is more than enough. 2 spoons of rice. I'm going to add a little bit of green beans on the side. Just like that. And now the black beans. Oh, so yummy, guys. Look at that. Get some broth. You need some broth on this. So yummy. Alright, guys. That's it. Yes, that's why I'm fatty. I'm trying, guys. Okay, I'm trying. But this is my dinner for today. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you learn how to make those beans and you can make them just like that. And as you can see, the trick did work. It's very crispy. So add some flour into your oil and you'll have nice crispy chicken like I did. Hope you all have a blessed Sunday today. Thank you all for watching. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And share my videos out. Share them to everybody you love. Bye, guys. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye. Now that is super yummy. Bye, guys.